A man was examining a patient's teeth. He checked thoroughly, every molar, every gum, but couldn't find anything wrong. Yet the patient kept crying out in pain, clutching his jaw and trembling. There were no visible signs of decay or infection, but the agony in his voice was undeniable. Puzzled, the man took a closer look at the dental x-ray again. Near the root of one tooth, there were faint white marks, tiny, irregular shapes. He brushed it off as nothing significant and told the patient to go home and rest. Later, as he was about to leave the clinic, he noticed something unusual. Tiny insects crawling around the sink. Startled, he picked up the water filter nearby. What he saw made his stomach churn. The entire filter was teeming with worms and larvae, squirming inside as if they'd made it their home. Disgusted, he threw it into the trash, but something about it kept nagging at him. Suddenly, a terrible thought crossed his mind. He rushed back to his office and zoomed in on the old x-ray. The white spots, they weren't marks. They were worms, not ordinary ones. He had never seen anything like them before. Desperate for answers, he ran to the library and began scouring through old medical and parasitology books. After hours of digging, he found it, an entry in a dusty, half-torn journal. Toothworms, a rare parasitic organism once observed during a secret bioexperiment years ago. They lay microscopic eggs inside the gums and grow slowly, moving deeper into the body, eventually reaching the brain. They were thought to be extinct until now. His heart sank. Just then, the hospital called. The same patient had returned. Only this time, he was screaming louder, in even more unbearable pain. Now aware of what he might be dealing with, the man prepared cautiously. He knocked on the surgical room door and asked the nurse for safety goggles and gloves, holding up a jar with one of the worms he had found. But the nurse laughed. "Come on, it's just a toothache. Get in there and help him." Left with no choice, the man suited up in a full protective outfit and began prepping for emergency surgery. As soon as he inserted the anesthesia needle into the patient's gum, the patient let out a blood-curdling scream. His eyes turned bright red. His body began to tremble violently. And for the first time, the man, calm, experienced, and precise, felt a chill of fear creep down his spine. To be continued. Like for part 2.